Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy Forrester and John Finn Finnegan have been through some serious struggles in their marriage, but they've always managed to come out stronger on the other side. Still, Finn and Steffy just might be gearing up for some relationship drama that truly tears them piecemeal. The preamble is on when it comes to stunning news that's sure to rock Steffy to the core. Now that Jack Finnegan has been excluded as a father possibility for Luna Nozawa, it leaves Finn as the biopater frontrunner. The jotting's on the wall, so it may be revealed that Finn is a maternity match. Of course, they hasn't revealed the whole story yet, but it's possible that Poppy and Finn let passion erupt when they were living under the same roof. Finn was in his early council days back also, so he was legal and may have hit the wastes with his consanguineous aunt, so there was no blood relation. How will Steffy reply if Finn sired Luna? In addition to being weirded out by the whole resting with Poppy thing, Steffy may be repulsed over the fact that Finn no way mentioned it before now. Plus, if Finn was going to have a secret son, Steffy would no doubt rather it be literally anyone differently. Luna locked Steffy in a pen and killed multiple people, so she might as well be a mini Sheila Sharp in Steffy's eyes. It was bad enough when Steffy had to tolerate Finn's birth mama being a dangerous agony. Steffy may not be suitable to handle Finn's son being one, too. You can go Steffy will end by the positive metamorphosis that Luna is trying to vend. All of this may come too important for Steffy to put up with, so will she shoot Finn quilting? Steffy just might throw Finn out of the precipice house, but there could be a backup love interest staying in the bodies. Poppy could get back together with Luna's pop by the end of all this, so perhaps Finn will turn to her for comfort and a new chapter. Whatever the case, our prognostications point to Finn and Steffy's joyful bubble bursting in the not-too-distant future. Luna's maternity could change everything for Finn and Steffy, so we'll bring you updates on all the fermentation. Steffy Forrester will grow decreasingly confident about her plot paying off. Steffy signed Daphne Rose to ruin Carter Walton's relationship with Hope Logan and help get Forrester power back, but it's not a full evidence plan. As Steffy herself refocused out, the element of surprise is pivotal then. Steffy wants Hope and Carter to be blindsided by what's coming, so it's important to keep them out of the circle on who Daphne's actually working for and why. Still, someone could end up blowing Steffy's scheme sooner or laterally. Let's talk about three possible serpents who could rat Steffy out and come the biggest pitfalls to this Daphne plot. Electra Forrester could be torn if she finds out what's ahead for Hope and Carter. Whether Steffy updates Electra or she simply overhears rather, Electra might be disaccorded when you suppose about who she's courting. Well, Spencer is a Logan on his mama's side, so that could be a factor then. Electra might feel shamefaced if she finds out Steffy's plan and also listens to Will and Katie Logan talk about how great it's that Hope has eventually set up happiness. Electra might hear all about Hope's history romantic struggles and decide it isn't right for Steffy to manipulate her heartache. It would mean blowing the Forresters' chance to recapture control, but Electra might expose Steffy for crossing this particular line. Zend Forrester Dominguez is someone differently who could find himself with mixed passions about Steffy's plot. Although Zend supports the Forresters' push to recapture power, he might take issue with how Steffy and Daphne are going about all this. The further Zend learns about Daphne's intentions, the more equivocal he could be. That's especially true since Zend's career as a fashion developer will really start to thrive with Hope and Carter running the show. Could Zend betray the Forresters and rankle Steffy in the end? Time will tell, but it's safe to say effects are going to get messy for Zend in the coming occurrences. Of course, the biggest trouble to Steffy's plan just might be Daphne herself. Still, she could be tempted to bail on the plot and help Carter keep power after all, if Daphne legitimately falls for Carter during this scheme. Maybe Daphne could start to fantasize herself as the new commercial queen by Carter's side. In other words, Daphne could betray Carter down from Hope and also abandon the part where she helps restore Forrester power. Steffy might run into some trouble when it comes to pulling all this off. Steffy may have to shift gears if someone betrays her, so stay tuned for any snake news. Sheila Carter Sharp to force a run heft with Jack Finnegan and Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Meanwhile, Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester support Steffy Forrester Finnegan amidst Finnegan family problems. Lee Finnegan was induced that Jack was Luna Nozawa's natural father. Still, the forced maternity test showed that Jack and Luna were ain't father/son. While Lee had to apologize to Jack and Poppy, there's still a riddle to break. Lee will talk to John Finn Finnegan to find out about the maternity test. Lee admits to Finn that she falsely indicted Jack and Poppy of having an affair and creating Luna together. While Jack and Poppy were cleared, Lee tells Finn that they still have a riddle to break. Who's Luna's real biopater? Sheila ends up forcing a run heft with Jack and Poppy. So, it sounds like Sheila also hears about the maternity test. Since Finn is Sheila's natural son with Jack, she could worm her way into getting involved. Sheila has been on her stylish jest for quite a while. So, what's Sheila going to do about the Jack/Poppy situation? Could Sheila end up learning about Bill Spencer's secret guest? How will Lee's disquisition eventually affect Luna? Taylor and Ridge snuggle as they talk with Steffy. Taylor brings up that Steffy has a marriage anniversary coming up. As Steffy smiles, she tells her parents about wanting to spend her anniversary with Finn. Still, Steffy brings up that there seems to be some family problems with the Finnegans. As for Luna's biopater, an exercise clip suggests that Finn could be the father. In fact, Finn interrogates Poppy. So, is it possible that Finn is Luna's father, or is this another curveball? A lot of people aren't pleased with the possibility, so let's stopgap, there's another outgrowth. Sheila icing she runs into Poppy and Jack, while Steffy gets support from Ridge and Taylor. It's going to be a day filled with moments you wouldn't want to miss. Jack and Poppy told Lee that he was Aunt Luna's father. Lee didn't believe them and claimed on a maternity test. She was stupefied to learn that Jack was Aunt Luna's father. Of course, she also knew Tom was Aunt Luna's father either, so the riddle isn't answered yet. Sheila has been working with Cleric at Il Giardino lately. She hasn't been getting into important trouble there, and they've enjoyed their newlywed time. Steffy is so glad that Taylor and Ridge are back together. Plus, her marriage to Finn has no way been better. Away from Carter and Hope's preemption of Forrester creations, Steffy's life is going well. Lee burst into gashes. She said about that Jack is Aunt Luna's father. Poppy and Jack were telling the verity each on. Lee was open to mending her broken relationship with Poppy, but it presumably wouldn't last. Lee had some explaining. She realized the maternity test was negative. Jack is Aunt Luna's father, leaving this riddle wide open. Lee was induced for decades that Poppy poked with her marriage. It was bad enough when Jack had a hot affair with supervillain Sheila. Who knows who differently he could have slept with. Lee did commodity that most characters refuse to do on B&B. She apologized to Poppy for speaking inadequately about her for times. Lee slammed Poppy's debonair and wild life, which included free love and medicines. The two embraced at the end of the occasion. It was a beautiful moment for the sisters. Jack was pleased to see Isaac's wife humble herself. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it'll last for long. There are questions about Luna's maternity. Lee prodigies who her natural father could be. Tom Starr's blood test also turned out negative. Lee brings it up to Finn, who looks like he's internally screaming. In another scene, he incontinently confronts Poppy about Luna's maternity. She feels like she's being interrogated. Poppy asks Finn why he's asking her so numerous questions. Finn says, "You know why." This brings up the ongoing proposition that Finn could be Luna's father. However, also Poppy might have taken advantage of him when he was youngish, if that's the case. She claims that Luna was conceived out of love. But was she, really? Or did Poppy medicine Finn and have her way with him? Luna might have conceived out of love. More like free love. Poppy's wild ways might come back to hang her. Once Lee discovers that Finn is Luna's father, their relationship is over. She wouldn't ever forgive her family for this treason. To go after your family's hubby is one thing, but to go after her son is another issue altogether.